Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. No point in lying, Steve McBee Sr. finally breaks silence on Masha romance. The whispers in King City. The McBee family had long been a household name in King City, Missouri. Their sprawling farm, entrepreneurial empire, and reality TV stardom had turned them into figures of fascination, envy, and controversy. And at the center of the gossip mill was always one man, Steve McBee Sr. For months, fans of the McBee dynasty had been speculating, was Steve Sr. still with Masha? Their whirlwind romance had once been the talk of Bravo's fandom, unexpected, passionate, and messy. But recently, the Instagram stories had dried up. No more cozy selfies, no more weekend getaways, just silence. That silence broke when Steve Sr. sat down with a glass of bourbon in hand, facing the cameras with an exhausted honesty. His words would ignite headlines across the reality TV universe. There's no point in lying. People keep asking about me and Masha, so here it is, the truth. The beginning of an unlikely love. Steve Sr. had always been known as the strong, stoic patriarch of the McBee family. His sons, Stephen Sr., Jesse, Cole, and Braden, often stole the spotlight with their dramatic relationships, legal battles, and bold personalities. Yet it was Steve Sr.'s unexpected romance with Masha, a younger, mysterious woman with European roots, that had shaken the fandom. Masha wasn't just a fling. At least, that's how it looked when the cameras first captured their chemistry. She was intelligent, sharp-witted, and unafraid to challenge the McBee patriarch. Fans either loved her for grounding him or criticized her as an opportunist. But behind the lens, their relationship had cracks. While Steve Sr. valued tradition, farming, and loyalty, Masha craved adventure, independence, and the luxurious lifestyle that reality fame could provide. The two worlds collided, sometimes beautifully, sometimes explosively. Rumors, lies, and fan detectives. By the time the McBee Dynasty Season 2 aired, fans had become detectives. Online forums lit up with questions. Why hasn't Masha been spotted at family events lately? Why does Steve Sr. keep posting cryptic quotes about trust and loyalty? Did she move back overseas? A TikTok account even went viral analyzing background reflections in Masha's posts, claiming they showed a different man's home. Whether true or not, the rumors snowballed. Steve Sr. stayed silent, fueling the speculation, until the day came when he admitted he couldn't keep dodging questions anymore. The confession. The sit-down interview was raw, almost uncomfortable. Steve Sr. wasn't wearing his usual composed smirk. He looked tired, as though the weight of holding back had finally cracked him. I'll be real with everyone. Masha and we've had our share of ups and downs. There's no point in lying about it anymore. We weren't seeing eye to eye on a lot of things. I'm a small-town man. She's got big city dreams. That doesn't always line up. The statement was simple, but fans felt the heartbreak between the words. He didn't say, "We're over." He didn't say, "We're together." He left it hanging in the gray space where reality TV thrives. Masha's side of the story. Masha wasn't one to stay silent either. Hours after Steve Sr.'s comments hit social media, she posted a cryptic Instagram reel of herself sipping champagne with the caption, "Sometimes love isn't enough, sometimes truth sets you free." The clip exploded. Was she confirming a breakup? Throwing shade? Or was it a carefully crafted move to keep the public guessing? Behind the scenes, producers allegedly begged her to film a follow-up confessional for the McBee dynasty. Sources close to production whispered that Masha was weighing her options. Did she want to come back for another season or walk away for good? Family fallout. The McBee sons had their own opinions on the situation, and they weren't shy about sharing them. Stephen Sr., who had his own messy love life splashed across headlines, made a pointed remark during a livestream. Dad deserves happiness, but let's just say not every relationship is built to last. Cole was more diplomatic, noting that Masha had good qualities, but hinting she wasn't always in it for the right reasons. Jesse, the quietest of the brothers, avoided the topic altogether, which only fueled curiosity about what he really thought. The family tension wasn't just personal, it was public, and fans were eating it up. The truth behind the break. Weeks later, Steve Sr. finally expanded on his statement during an appearance at a charity gala. Surrounded by cameras, he admitted, "Masha and I aren't together the way people think we are. We care about each other, sure, but a relationship? I don't know if that's the right word for it anymore." Those words, "aren't together the way people think we are," rang in headlines across Bravo fan accounts. What did it mean? Were they friends? Exes? On a break? The ambiguity was both heartbreaking and brilliant. Steve Sr. had mastered the art of keeping the audience hooked. Masha strikes back. Not to be outdone, Masha agreed to a tell-all podcast interview. In her velvet voice, she delivered lines that sent shockwaves. "Steve and we loved each other, yes, but love isn't always enough when you're living in two different worlds. I wasn't ready to give up my freedom, and he wasn't ready to change his lifestyle. So we reached a point where we had to ask, are we helping each other grow or holding each other back?" Her words were elegant, but fans dissected every syllable. Did she mean Steve Sr. was controlling? Was she confirming she had moved on? And who was the mysterious man she'd been photographed with in Kansas City? The fandom divided into factions overnight. Some rallied behind Steve Sr., praising his honesty and calling him the backbone of the family. Others defended Masha, painting her as a strong woman unwilling to sacrifice her dreams for a small-town romance. Twitter threads turned brutal. Instagram comment sections became battlegrounds, and TikTok creators raked in views by piecing together timelines, screenshots, and speculative theories. The drama had become bigger than the couple themselves. It was a cultural moment in the Bravoverse. The unwritten future. As the dust settled, one thing became clear. Steve Sr. and Masha's relationship, whatever form it took, wasn't just about love. It was about identity, power, and the clash between tradition and ambition. Steve Sr. and his final words on the matter for now told fans, "I don't know what the future holds. Maybe me and Masha figure it out, maybe we don't. But what I do know is this. I'll always be real with y'all. No point in lying." And with that, he left the stage, leaving fans desperate for more. The cameras would keep rolling, the questions would keep coming, and the McBee dynasty would continue its reign as reality TV's most unpredictable family. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates.